Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is a Saturday and I'm just from the market. I'll be doing a grocery haul plus some cleaning and organizing of my groceries. I'll then do a dinner recipe after. And what's on the dinner menu today is pumpkin soup with some buns. So guys, if you're new here, I do videos about homemade recipes, natural remedies, health and wellness in general. So if you enjoy this kind of content, do subscribe and turn on your notification bell. And to all my new and returning subscribers, you guys are always my sugar, spice, and everything nice. So guys, I like to buy fruits and vegetables from my local market. They are always fresh and quite affordable, especially on market days. I also think they have less chemicals and pesticides, so that's a win for me. I also like to use my woven baskets. They come in handy because they're reusable, they're not harmful to the environment, plus they're also very easy to clean. You just pick a cloth and some water, wipe it off, and it's good to go. So first things first, I like to clean my hands as you saw me do right after coming from outside. It's a healthy habit I've adopted over time, especially during the COVID times. It's a good hygiene practice, I think, especially if you have kids like myself. It's always easier to show them than to tell them. They'll always do what they see you do and not what you tell them they should do. Next, I'll go ahead to clean my vegetables, especially those that I'll be using with the skin intact, like tomatoes and the likes. I prefer to use a natural, chemical-free disinfectant, of course. I used a part of water and vinegar and some baking soda. I also use the same solution to wipe down my kitchen counters and the racks. I like it because it's also very chemical free and it's also free of toxins, which is good for the environment compared to most disinfectants that we buy from the shop. Plus, I prefer a neutral scent in the kitchen. I don't know if it's just me. I believe the kitchen should all smell like roses. You know, my taste buds will get confused. Kitchens for me should smell like freshly brewed coffee, or pancakes, or just a food aroma. That's just my 2 cents. After I was done cleaning all the groceries that needed to be cleaned and wiping down all the surfaces, on to some organization and decluttering. I'm a big believer in starting the week fresh and stocked for easier meal planning and prepping. And of course, a clean space is a happy place. A little decluttering and a little wipe goes a long way. I keep it simple with all the items going to their own space for easier identification. I store some of my veggies outside my fridge because they don't go bad easily. Plus, where I live, the temperatures are lower, therefore food doesn't go bad quickly. I like to line my vegetable rack using foil nowadays because it's easier to wipe down, especially if I'm not doing a complete deep clean or refill of groceries. I just wipe it down using a wet cloth if I need to reuse it. Plus, I notice it keeps my veggies fresher for longer, which is quite convenient. After I was done cleaning and organizing my groceries, it was time to cook some dinner, but first, a snack refreshment break. I had to cut up this melon. I like to taste my fruit fresh, right before putting it in the fridge. I was told that it's sweet and I had to confirm. You can tell if a melon is sweet by hitting it with the palm of your hand. If the sound produced is a deeper sound like popo, I don't know how to describe it honestly. Do let me know what method you like to use to check for a sweet melon before cutting it. Comment down below and give me your secret, because for me, I've never hacked it. This is one thing that I've never hacked. I just cross my fingers and hope for the best. But this particular one, it really hit the jackpot. It was really yummy. It did not disappoint. So I enjoyed it with my family. I think it's great to teach these healthy eating habits, especially to our children early on, so that when they grow up eating healthy, it won't be difficult for them.
Yummy. And I don't recommend. Tell the people who like this series subscribe. The ones who don't like, they like and don't subscribe.
Let's make some dinner. On the menu is pumpkin soup. We'll be having it with some buns. I'll be using the normal traditional pumpkin. I like to cook it together with the skin. That's why I'm cleaning it. But this particular one ended up to be quite mature. The skin was quite tough. Normally, I cook it together with the skin. It is rich in antioxidants like vitamin C and E. It's rich in magnesium, contains healthy fats and fiber, which are great for digestion, and also promotes heart health, among so many other benefits. Keep going, just a little bit longer. All right, that's enough. It's okay. You just go on. Let's put it from down here. Here. The shiny part down, facing down. Yeah. It's okay. What's happening today? How many minutes? 10 minutes? We are preheating it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 minutes. We put it in the middle rack. Yes, that's the middle rack. And then you put it at 180 degrees Celsius. 180. Okay, just a little. Okay, then we put it all over here. And it's preheating. Our pumpkin is clean and ready to start roasting. We roasted it in the oven and the skin was quite tough, as you can see. So I decided to roast it and peel off the flesh from the skin when it's ready. It was a family affair, as you can see. I had to call for backup, but by the time we were done, the seeds were everywhere. So if you need to buy a pumpkin, Don't get a very old mature one, especially if you need to use it with the skin, but they are the sweetest for sure. When it was ready after roasting in the oven, it was so delicious. And I always like to save the seeds. I never dispose them because they are rich source of protein, unsaturated fats, acids, vitamins, and minerals that may reduce your risk of getting chronic diseases such as cancer, kidney stones, high blood pressure, and high sugars, among so many other benefits. The healing properties in our food we often ignore for sure. You can roast them in the oven or on a pan for about 5 to 10 minutes until they're crunchy. Then you can eat them as a snack or just add them to your smoothies, your salads, or soups like this one. They are very nutritious. So for our pumpkin, I roasted it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. You can tell it's ready by the golden brown color it achieved. You can eat them as they are for breakfast. It is very yummy, by the way, in this state. Once you roast them and before you just blend them. If you like, they are quite yummy, but for mine, I just went ahead to peel them from the skin because again, it was quite tough. But normally I skip this process of removing them from the skin. I just make them with the skin, especially if the skin is not as tough. I just blend it together with the skin, which is the next process. I added some water in my blender to blend it together with the pumpkin. After I was done scooping it from the skin, you can always adjust the consistency according to your preference, of course. I prefer mine thick, so I saved some pumpkin pieces to add in when I'm done blending the other pumpkin pieces. I mashed them using a fork and I'll be adding them in the final stage. You can also mash the pumpkin using a fork if you don't have a blender. It still works, just that it won't be as smooth, but again, it's according to your preference, guys. To cook my soup in my pan, I added some sunflower cooking oil and some ghee for that added flavor. Then added some spices, whole spices, which are so natural and flavorful. The names and the measurements I wrote on the screen. Then I added in my onions and garlic to saute. Then later I added the blended pumpkin and the mashed ones together for some texture. I also added in some cooking cream for that creamy texture and some chopped onions which remained for that extra creamy flavor and texture. Then I let the soup simmer for about 5 minutes, after which it was ready to serve. Once the pumpkin soup is ready, you can garnish with any toppings of choice. I added some cooking cream for aesthetics and topped with some roasted pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. It was so delicious. This is so delicious and healthy. I normally serve mine with some buns or bread if you have some, and this would go very well with cheese. This is where you add the cheese. Yeah, you can toast the bread together with the cheese, and it's quite a lovely combination for sure. The beauty about this soup is that you can have it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or any time of the day that you prefer. Especially now that here in Kenya, it's during the cold season. It's great for keeping the colds and the flus at bay. So guys, if you liked watching this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Turn on your post notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching. See you on my next one.